Hi guys, it's Tammy from Shrinking Violet DS, and today is Tuesday, June 25th, I think. My spiel. I had traditional duodenal switch surgery on March 9 of 2017. I started my pre-op diet on February 19th of 2017 at 260 pounds. I had my surgery on March 9 of 2017 at 248 pounds. And I had that at Mexicali Bariatric Center, Mexicali, Mexico. And today I weigh 124 pounds. I also had full body plastics on January 22nd of 2019 with Dr. Francisco Salceda in Mexicali, Mexico. And so for those of you who watched last week, I'm at 4 pounds. And as you know, it was the PMS parade of carbs. I showed you my bakery haul last week. And so this is pretty normal for me. I gain up to 5 pounds PMS week. Usually I don't gain all 5. I usually gain like 3. But yeah, PMS seems to have hit me pretty hard this week, or the water retention has hit me really hard this week. And part of that could be because I quit doing my lymphatic drainage massages that I was doing post plastics and went back to regular deep tissue massages. And so I'm not getting that help, the manual help of pushing that fluid through my lymph nodes and out of my body. So I think that has made a difference. This is the first month, a menstrual cycle month, that I have not had that since surgery. So yeah, I think it's really made a difference, to be honest. And so last Tuesday I weighed 120, and then I, carbs, and that also makes me gain, but it makes me retain water as well. I definitely get puffy when I carb it up. And so eating the extra carbs and having PMS and not having the lymphatic drainage, I think has made for a bigger water gain than I have become accustomed to having recently. And I can actually feel it all over my body. I can see it in my ankles, and I can see it in my face too. But I can also feel it. My tummy is, since post-plastics, my tummy is very hard and very flat. And right now I can see that it's puffy, it's like spongy, on top of my muscle. So under my skin, but on top of my muscle, I can poke at it and it feels squishy, which is not normal for me. Normally it's muscle, skin, that's it. And then I also can feel the puffiness and tenderness in my arms, along my incisions, in my knees where my drain ports were. I can feel those are tender, and then in my breasts. So yeah, I can definitely feel the water retention. And before I had weight loss surgery, before I lost all my weight, I often would get pretty severe water retention. In fact, every month I would gain at least 5 pounds every month from water, and then the minute I started my period, I would lose those 5 pounds within 48 hours. So I'm hoping that's the case again. This time I will know tomorrow or the next day, and we'll see how that goes. But last night was kind of funny because I know better than to weigh at night. I mean, come on. Everybody knows better than to weigh at night. You don't do that. I can gain 5 pounds during the day just from eating and drinking, And so yesterday I ate fairly normally in the morning. I had my protein shake and my coffee and my heavy whipping cream, and then I had second breakfast, which was my 4 eggs and butter and sour cream and hot sauce, and maybe I had avocado in there or something. And then for lunch is when the PMS parade carbs happened again. I went to the other French bakery I told you about last week, and bought 2 plain croissants, 2 filled croissants, and a ham and cheese croissant, and a donut. And I ate the ham and cheese croissant for lunch. That was very good, and I actually didn't feel bad about that. Then I ate like 3/4 of the, and this wasn't all at one sitting, it was like throughout the afternoon. I ate 3/4 of the raspberry cream cheese croissant, and that one is not a big normal croissant. The ham and cheese croissant is like a normal croissant, that has ham and cheese wrapped up in it. The filled croissants there look like Danishes, and really that's what I would like in them too. It's just a Danish with croissant dough instead of Danish dough. So I ate about 3/4 of that one, because mostly I just wanted that filling. And then I ate just the filling of the cream cheese one, and which left me with 2 plain croissants and a donut. And I looked at those and I thought, today does not seem to be one of those days where I'm happy just having this around. Like last week I said, normally I don't want to eat something just because I have it. The act of buying it and having it on hand is enough for me, and that satisfies me. Yesterday that wasn't happening, and so I thought, getting rid of them. So I took the rest of the pastries and tossed them right off the balcony and into the woods. So somewhere little woodland animals are having a French pastry party, and they are welcome to them. I was really glad to get rid of them. So that's what I had for lunch and snack, and then went out for dinner and with Brian, and we went to a place that has really good linguine bolognese, and he's not eating any carbs of any note. It's all incidental carbs for him still, since he's in loss mode. So he ordered the linguine bolognese without the linguine or the garlic bread. He just got a bowl of bolognese sauce, which was perfect because it's full of meat and a little bit of tomato sauce, and he can handle more carbs in weight loss mode than I could because he's a man. And he burns more and he works out. And I did none of those things and am none of those things, so I really had to be careful. I didn't eat tomato sauce when I was losing weight. So he had that, and then I had the linguine bolognese as well, but I had it regular with the pasta and the bread. And so he had about 1/3 of his sauce, which was about 3 ounces, and I put the rest of his sauce, which is about another 5 ounces, on top of mine, and ate mine and his, and then the 2 pieces of bread, and my other food that I eat during the day, and then whatever I was drinking, and I had a couple margaritas, and I had some sparkling wine, and God knows what in the heck. Oh, and alcohol also causes me to retain water. What in the heck I was thinking. Before bed, I hopped on the scale and nearly gave myself a heart attack. I weighed 129, and I was like, ah! Oh my gosh. But I knew what it was. I knew it wasn't real. I knew that the scale does lie sometimes. And that's exactly what was happening. So, yes, I did have 129 pounds sitting on that scale, but it wasn't 129 pounds of fat. It wasn't 9 pounds of fat gain in a week. It's just not going to happen. And so I had a protein shake and went to bed and thought, all right. I drank a bunch of water also, kept it by my bedside. I took my vitamins. I did all the things you're supposed to do. The one thing I did not do, which I thought about, and I really probably should have, was take an Epsom salt bath. Anyway, so yeah, I hydrated and everything, and this morning woke up to 124. So a good 5 pounds of that was what I had eaten and what I had drank. So we'll see if this other 4 is water retention from my menstrual cycle, which I believe it is. Maybe there's a pound in there that I've actually gained, but that's about it. And next week we will know. I will keep you posted. I guess that's it. But see, my weight varies as well. It doesn't bounce around like it used to. But yeah, in the hormonal course of a month, it can definitely move. or depending on if I've had a lot of sodium, then that can definitely, or a lot of carbs, that can definitely make me start to really retain water. I really don't gain fat though, from what I've seen. Fingers crossed that is the case forever and ever. I hope. Please. But I do keep an eye on it. I still weigh. I don't weigh every single day. I weigh when I feel like maybe there's something going on, I feel a little heavy, or I feel a little light. Sometimes I'll weigh just to make sure that I weigh enough. I used to weigh daily, and when I was losing weight, I had to weigh daily. And it's interesting how different we all are, because I remember watching Joni from Smiling Shrinking, and she did not weigh daily during her loss mode, but once she got into maintenance, she did feel like she needed to weigh daily. I was exactly the opposite. When I was in loss mode, I had to keep myself accountable, and if I didn't weigh daily, I could easily convince myself that I was fine. And that's how I was before surgery too. If I didn't weigh daily, I was like, oh yeah, I'm doing good. And then I would weigh, I was like, holy cow, where'd all that come from? So in loss mode, I was a daily weigher. But in maintenance mode, I'm just an occasional weigher. And really a situational weigher. But I do weigh. And like I said, especially if I feel like my body's doing something funky as far as weight, then I will kind of check myself. So, all right, you guys. What else? Oh, Brian's doing really well. He is down to 192. Started at 152. Maybe 191. Anyway, he's lost a lot. Or started at 252. So he's lost 60 pounds, maybe 61. I can't remember which he was at. So yeah, he's 3/4 of the way done with his weight loss, and he's pretty darn excited. So that's good. Proud of him. He's doing really well. For those of you on Instagram, you saw the memes that he made of me going, step away from that carb, eat your protein, that kind of thing. He's quite amused with himself with those. He has them on his phone and refers to them regularly. So he's funny. For those of you who haven't seen them, go on Instagram, friend me, Shrinking Violet DS, and you can see them. They're posted on there. Remember, if you have requested me on Instagram and you don't have weight loss in some form referenced in your name or in your profile, I've declined you. If you find that you are one of those people that has been declined and you really shouldn't have been, then message me. You can either message me down below on here, or you can send me a DM on Instagram and just say, hey, this is my screen name. I don't have weight loss referenced, but I'm a weight loss surgery person. You have to be a weight loss surgery person. Would you please accept me? And I will. But very important, because I will decline you otherwise, just because I try and keep it solely for weight loss surgery accounts. All right, you guys, enjoy the rest of your week. I hope you're all having a nice summer. I think everybody's out of school now. Here in Oregon, we've been out for a couple weeks, but I know Washington State just ended last Friday, and so all my Washingtonian friends are like, yay, finally!